Hey everyone, so I made a tutorial for this sari and now we'll make a tutorial for this painting as you have been asking. So it is a huge board about 55 inches and this is a very detailed video for about an hour because many of my viewers have been asking how do you paint the sea so nicely, and I've never made a video on it, so I thought I will just capture this one. And this happens to be my third or fourth time painting the same thing. I got this order and then I thought I'll record this. So you just go ahead and paint your board using black acrylic color. In black color I have just marked a line in between so that I keep a track for the level of the sea. And you just need to start making strokes like these. It should be making left to right above and right to left above. That means you're sort of creating a cone somewhere, and somewhere you're just drawing the slanted lines. It need not be flat. Just take a closer look at the strokes and you will understand pretty much what I'm saying. So I do start with a darker color and then highlights will be obviously light color. So I have taken some sort of violet. You can mix a little bit crimson and cobalt blue. That will be all. And then just start making the waves, making the background at some point. And by the way, this is an acrylic art. I have not used oil color in this. I'll be using textures for the moon, and you will learn acrylic painting, see how to make the waves in the sea, and then how to do a texture painting of a moon. These three things in this video. So as I told you, the lines will not be flat, it will be little slanting, but that should be in the front. As you go behind, as you go closer to the moon, your lines will start to get flat. It is just by the look of it. You don't know how to do it, you don't know how will it come, and also the lines will get thinner and denser. So as you can see, when I'm painting behind the line, I'm just simply shading. I'm not making any lines or whatsoever over there. It is just plain line. Just let me zoom in a little bit and fast forward it so that you can understand this better. I hope you're getting pretty much the idea on this. So let's start with the reflection of the moon now, because this is just the base. So I have dipped my brush, flat brush, in white color with a little bit of water mixed with it, and I'm just using a heavy brush base to tap it over. And after finishing this, The dots were all over my face, my hands, my clothes. That generally happens. Artists will understand what I'm talking about, but that's pretty much normal. Don't give up because of that. That's my point. So you sprinkle this white color in the back all over, and then more densely in front of the moon part which you would like to reflect. As you can see, the background also I have used lighter color in the center, and rest of the background is little bit darker than the center. So that's how you get that realistic look, 3D look, as you can say. Just keep on tapping, and once you feel it is spread evenly all over, just take some thicker color without mixing so much of water, and then start doing it in the center. So let me just fast forward it and show you how it looks. So I have another trick to show you. Let me make the screen darker so you have a better view on it, on how does it look. So this is how the white dots will be looking, and when you put a spotlight in front of the painting, it will actually glow and give you the feeling that there is some light which is making the moon glow. It just looks so beautiful, and here's how my hand looks. Yeah, full of colors. Now let's move on to the next part. Just highlight the reflections even more. So we will start by the moon and then gradually spread it over. It is easier. You can do it the other way as well, but I feel this is way easier, and it gives you more better understanding of how to spread it out as you look at it. So if you're not able to see, just zoom in the video. The quality is good. I think you'll be able to make out. It's a very soft touch. I'm not actually how do I put it? I'm not actually putting all the pressure on the brush. It's a little bit lesser than how we usually paint. So your hands, they need to be very light while painting. So I'm using a very steady hand over here, very controlled motion and very soft motion. So we will finish up like this. See, this is how I'm taking absolutely dry white color, just trying to shake the brush so that brush is actually quite spread out in its own way. You can use any flat brush if you don't have this particular fan brush. Just keep dabbing till the time you're satisfied with the outcome, and just go back and take a look if it is looking realistic or not. If it is not, you can just go ahead and fill up the voids like I like to make my small waves. If I'm not able to understand, then I go back a little bit, about half a meter or a meter, and then you'll be able to see that if something is looking odd, the waves are not even, they should be equal from left or right side. So you can make that. So let's just go ahead and see the final wave look. I'll tell you next step after that. Let me show you a closer look for the shading of waves. So this is how you make them. Pretty much just dabbing, little bit stretching here and there. You just need some good amount of patience to do this. If you think that I'll just quickly finish it, that is never going to happen. That's what I've learned in my art career. The more patient you are, the beautiful outcome is going to be, and more realistic. So as you can see, in some places I'm pulling off the waves from center to the other side and just dabbing a little bit. Now let's fast forward and get to the another segment, which is very, very important. Now here I have taken a thick brush, dry thick brush, to mix up the dots a little bit. Since this is an oil color, white, I have taken a little bit oil color, so it is pretty easy to mix. If you are using acrylic colors, make sure you make a small portion and then you do this step. Both are going to be the exactly same result, so you need not worry about that. Here I am going for a few bigger dots, and this is pretty much it. After this, we'll start our next segment. So here I am making the galaxy. You start with the darker shade at the base and then gradually work towards the lighter shade. Keep on mixing white, and the area of the lighter shade will be lesser and smaller than the darker shade. That's how the 3D painting works. Now let's start with the highlight of the painting, which is the moon. I'm going to be texturing it, so this will be quite dicey. Just look closely. I have tried to put in all the details. So here I am starting with a dark gray patch. I have mixed a little bit of white and black and giving the whole base. Based on that, you can see little patches here and there. Now this is my texture paste. If you have doubts, I can tell you how to make the texture paste as well. So I'll just try to apply the texture paste in few areas. Take a look and then I'll tell you what to do after that. So texture I'm not applying in the full area. Somewhere you keep it very thick and somewhere you keep it a little bit thinner, so that the gray color beneath is little bit visible in some areas. Take a look. So next step would be to peel off the tape. I had taped it in a almost circle shape. You have to do it even if it is rough. You can later on equalize, so no issues with that. Just remove the tape. So as you can see, my moon does not look very round here. We will work on that later on. Then I'm using a sandpaper to just brush off the extra texture paste over it, and it is a little bit smoother. I am using the fine quality sandpaper. That's done. Now we will work on the moon. Let me zoom a little bit and show you. There, I think it is better visual now. You can see better and clearer. So in some places we will use the gray color. Some places we will make a darker patch. As you look at the moon and then you realize there are darker patches and there are lighter patches, so you just have to remember those and make accordingly. So this is how I'm doing. Those darker patches are the voids which we had kept earlier, So merge them with the surface area, texture surface area. Somewhere use such a light color that it doesn't affect anything else. And we are almost done. Let me fast forward and show it to you. Now at last, my favorite part, let's sprinkle some stars. More at the galaxy part and lesser in the rest of the areas, and we are pretty much done. Now the final touch is remove the tape that we had put earlier. And the final look. Make yours and let me know how it turned out to be. Thank you so much for watching.